I didn't have a cold one, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're
This is
live.
just this is just Crystal Light.
Not Crystal Light on my end. Well, all right, gentlemen, let's get this party started. First off, I'm Kelvin Colheim, curator of Beale Street Brewing Company. And first off, I want to thank the participants today. We got Will with Down Home Brewing Company, Clarence with Hip and Hops. Both of these gentlemen are in Atlanta. Of course, we have the OG 8 Ball hanging out with us for just a second. But we want to thank We Are Memphis for facilitating this event. So yeah, please, gentlemen, introduce yourselves, and then we'll start with you, Will, on describing the beers we have today.
For sure. So welcome and hello, everyone. My name is William A. Moore. I am the Chief of Operation of Down Home Brewing Company. Been established here in Georgia since 2015 in distribution, but been around since about 2012, 2013 time. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much to those who have picked up your packets and are sipping on a couple of the brews that we have right now. The first I'll describe is the one that I'm sipping on today that I just cracked open. This is our to me, our crown jewel that we have with Down Home Brewing Company, our pomegranate ale, and also known as the tea palm ale. A nice wheat ale right there. Really nice and crushable because it sits at a percentage, of ABV percentage level that won't get you too drunk, but you drink 3 of them and you'll be straight. And we got in the other beers you all have in your packet is our one of our OG beers is called the Georgia Hooch IPA. Real nice malty flavor on the back end of it. Decent ABV, but really traditional beer for those who really are traditionalists in the sense of beer and drinking them. Very nice pine essence to it, but that maltiness on it is nice and sweet. And then finally, we have what's kind of like the middle child between both of them, which is our hazy IPA called Downright Hazy. It's one of our nice hazy beers that's really nice. Smooth, very clean, very crisp, right down the middle. Nice oats that gives it that nice haze, and on top of that, a real nice, good amount of combination of hops that has a little bit of citrus overtones to it as well. So those are the 3 beers that we have for you all. Thank y'all so much for hopping on, and Clarence, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Thanks, man. My name is Clarence Boston. I own Hip and Hops Brewery in Atlanta, first brick and mortar brewery here. Currently, we're working on 3 locations. We're up and running at our East Atlanta Village location. We have our East Lake location, which hopefully will be opening next month, which will be brewing beer and making liquor as well there. And then we have our production brewery opening in Stone Mountain, which is 11,000 square foot production facility. Currently, right now, we're not doing any distribution because it's kind of hard for us to keep up with the demand that we have in our tap rooms. Today, I think you guys got 4 of our beers. Top 5, which is a collaboration beer that we did with Dylon. Dylon. Top 5. He's a real cool dude. It's a sorrel IPA. We actually brewed it with Pilsner malt as well as white wheat, some Magnum hops. We actually brewed the sorrel too that we added into the IPA as well. I think we're like 6.5%. Real crisp, good beer, kind of West Coast IPA with a little Jamaican slang on it. And also, y'all have our ATL sour, which is a passion fruit sour. Not many hops at all. It's just enough to call it beer. There you go. I think we got some Laffy Taffy too, which is another one of our sours. We try to be real creative, kind of step outside of the norm and, create some different beers for the culture, introduce more of our people to craft beer. in the Laffy Taffy, it's a strawberry banana. It's not a kettle sour. We made it with lactic acid. We just try to keep the whole place safe because it's so small, but it's definitely official sour. And then you got the juice box too, right? Which is
yes. No,
yeah,
the saison.
what
Is
mint
juice
album,
box
but
the saison?
oh, it's Saison. Okay.
Yeah. We missed
And
out on juice box.
so a Saison is also, it's made with Citra hops, Belgian Saison yeast. Add a little wheat in there, very little bit of oatmeal. Real good drinkable beer. Again, trying to introduce the culture to different things, so we try to be a little versatile with it. So I hope y'all enjoy our beer. In Atlanta, come check us out. Hit us up.
For sure. Thank you. So, two we're doing today is Born Under a Bad Sign, which is our Memphis Mule, which is celebrate our 1 year anniversary, which is lightly dosed with ginger, lime, and mint dialed in pretty nicely. I'm a fan of that beer. It's a session IPA, so it's a perfect summer beer, not overpowering mint, lime, or ginger. I think it's a great, perfectly balanced beer. And the other one we have is Space Age Sipping, and I'll let Bob share a little bit about the beer, and I'll pick up from there.
Yeah, well, it definitely tastes good. All of the beer jargon, I don't really know it that well. I can't tell you all about the hops and all of that stuff. Like y'all was just breaking it down, you know what I mean? I should know all that stuff, but I don't. But I know that it tastes good and the people like it. You know what I'm talking about?
Most importantly.
Yeah, most importantly, it's been, we came out last year, man, and it kind of, I guess, picked up in July.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of seen a spike in July 20, something like that, and the people got a hold of it and they love it, man. And it's, the artwork is super awesome.
For sure. Shout out to Bird Cap.
Yeah, shout out to Bird Cap. And then
collaborating with us on that one.
To me, man, like super cold, that fruity back end is bomb, man. Straight up. That's my opinion, man. Super cold, that fruity back end, that's what everybody that I know love it. That's why they love it, Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's a hazy IPA, dosed with plenty of hops. Citra, Mosaic, and Galaxy are the three that we utilized in it, and got a creamy mouthfeel from the oats. We use a lot of flaked oats in there as well. So as Bob mentioned, it's super fruity, citrus forward, just almost a traditional West Coast, or sorry, not West Coast, but hazy IPA.
And it's heavy as well, man.
Oh yeah, 6.5. You'll feel it after a 16-ounce can. 6.5. You'll feel it.
You're gonna be the life of the party. Couple of them things, man.
Oh yeah. So let's see. What do we do here from here? Do we have a couple questions? Are we tasting beers? Are we
There's a question on the screen.
Tell us all about your journey in becoming brewers. What has it been like for each of you to be in a black craft beer, being a black in a craft beer with so many in the industry nationally? Will you want to take that one? Start with that?
Yeah, sure. Man, so for me, craft beer started back home in Texas. During holidays and here and there, I'll be going out hunting with my dad in the backwoods and the sticks of Texas and everything. And when you're going out there sitting in the woods all day long and everything, you cracking open beers and whatnot. So my pops put me on when he was back in the day, the old school yellow can Coors. I don't know if y'all remember those, but those Man, we would, I mean, take those and we would just be smashing on everything. And so, growing up and everything, he was like, well, just try it out and tell me what you think. And I thought that was, it was cool. It just tasted like beer. Then moving out here to ATL for school, going to Morehouse and everything, I ended up like kind of getting around in the bar scene and everything. And I remember one of the first beers I ever had was a Belgium Trappist ale called Chimay. Y'all probably remember Chimay back in the day when it was that Chimay Blue. And man, I was like, wait a minute. This is beer? Like beer? This don't taste like what I was sipping on in the backwoods with my dad hunting and everything. This is something different, something new right here. And then that's when I started learning about like the different types that you have, the different the science that's behind it as well. So fast forward, coming up in the A, there's festivals everywhere and everything. I would just hop around to different beer festivals, and it would be interesting because I would see myself as being like one of the only black folks, in the scene. It's a bunch of, you think black people, in beer, and it's an anomaly because usually you think craft beer, and you don't think of anybody that looks on the screen right now,
Right.
So,
Sure.
so it was interesting really seeing that, and really just kind of exploring that world, but then more importantly, seeing that we have so much to bring to it as far as black folks to having our different types of palate, having our different type of flavor, sense that we can bring our own type of style. And of course, with anything, whenever you take it from being something that's this homogeneous, entity that exists out there and add a little diversity to it, you're always going to make it better.
Right.
So it was good coming in when we started originally distributing, because we distribute all over the state of Georgia and about to get in Tennessee and North Carolina soon as well. I'll tell y'all a quick story. It was funny because we started getting out in these bars and restaurants and everything, and we would see some of the feedback from folks. And if y'all notice on our cans, we got a black man on the can. That's our mascot Herschel. That's the CEO's grandfather who passed away, but was a big influence in his life. And one of the main feedbacks we got was that, man, these white boys done lost their mind. They done put a black man on the can with this craft beer and everything. And we had to be like, hey, wait a minute, hold on. We're black. But that's how much of a closed-mindedness that was theirs, because they assumed that it was, a bunch of white dudes doing it. So then when we had to come out and tell them like, yo, we black men in this game and everything, it changed up a lot of it. It truly did change the perspective of folks as far as how they see beer. I'm happy to say that it's grown so much since then, and it's definitely evolved. And to see, like my brothers from Atlanta, Hip and Hops, to see that, you guys over at Bill Street there, everybody, like there's a big movement of us in this craft beer game. Like it just makes me proud, and it's a beautiful thing to see it now.
It does, cool. And the industry as a whole has been super friendly to us and receptive for we did a huge collaboration in town for the Black is Beautiful beer. We did it on 2 different brew days with maybe 7 or 8 local breweries. So it was a huge collaboration over 2 different brew days iteration. So yeah, man, the local craft beer scene here is pretty awesome. We have a great group of brewers. So I'm proud to be a part of it. Definitely.
With me, honestly, man, I got into the brewing beer by default. My great grandmother, I'm from Reedsville, North Carolina, which is a real small country town. So my great grandma, they all made wine, and she made wine out of everything in her yard: muscadines, peaches, plums, grapes, like just everything in her yard. And so when I got into the culture, it was more so I wanted to own a winery. I didn't think about like breweries, but the problem is that my wine always tastes like vinegar. So I was like, and then when I really picked up beer, this was several years ago. It's the St. Ives, the flavored ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what, man? I think I might just start making beer. So I got me a little homebrew kit, man, and then just start brewing from that. Honestly, like as a home brewer, we made good beer, but it wasn't great beer. It was just like you said, it was just beer. So now, as we've been brewing commercially, and coming up with so many crazy like recipes and learning so many different things, it's just like really, really enjoyable. That's why I put forth such an effort to expand our brand, because to hopefully inspire more people to get into the industry and see, hey, this is a very lucrative industry. And that was something that, none of the white brewers told us. And like, I always wondered, like, how in the world did this brewery got this big old building and 30 people in it? And it's just because it costs nothing to make a beer, and we sell food as well. And when we look at it, our profit margins, even though food is maybe 38% of your profit, but beer is 88% of our profit. So I would like to encourage other people to try to jump on the bandwagon and get into this industry, because it's a very lucrative industry, and you don't have to have like the biggest building in the world to still make money, as long as you still got people coming into it. Most of our trials and tribulations in this industry, came from our own people. And I think if we all come together as one, that we can expand, we can do just like the white breweries, and expand and expand and expand to the point where we not, less than 1%, to where we're, 15, 20, this business is so unique because, we are black brewers. We consume just as much beer as anybody else consumes, but we got to educate our people that, it's more things to drink out there than Heineken and Coronas and Budweisers. I look at that stuff now, I'm like, that shit is trash. Like, for real, I can't remember the last time, since honestly I started drinking craft beer like that, the last time I've drunk a Heineken or a Corona. It's just because like I just love craft beer. But
you're definitely introducing a whole new different demographics to craft beer for sure.
And our people love it. Like, and another thing is women, introducing, as we start these ventures, like I don't make beer for beer geeks. I make beer for people, for our people, to understand the culture, and for women. I make beer for women. I know people like, oh, why is Clarence putting orange juice in the beer? It's because this woman want to drink some beer, but she ain't gonna drink no IPA, she ain't gonna drink no stout.
Facts.
So real quick, my background is how I started home brewing and quickly realized, wow, it's a market. Memphis is definitely underserved on the craft beer scene. So we started this journey maybe 7 years ago, and been ever since, learning, basically being a sponge and learn as much as we can. And we got beer on the shelf last year, contract brewing, working on getting our own facility here locally in Memphis. But yeah, it's been a heck of a ride so far, just in this last year. And it shows that what we're putting out that people love, celebrating Memphis through the love of craft beer, has been a pretty awesome journey. And what better way than celebrate some living legends, starting out with 8-Ball MJG. And I was so humbled to be able to sit down with these gentlemen and say, hey, this is our project. This is what we're doing. And shared our vision with them. And Ball said, let's do it already. Let's go. Man, it was so humbling to work with these guys as a fan from junior high when I shouldn't have been listening to their music, you know. Till now, you know, I'm been a huge fan from forever, you know. And these guys have represented the city of Memphis well. They're the elder statesmen now, you know. So man, I'm so humbled to work with these guys and be able to, you know, work with some people that I've looked up to since a air quotes childhood, you know. And hopefully the beer lived up to their names and, you know, reputation. And so far so good. People seem to enjoy the beer. So I'm happy to, you know, super happy to say we're here today, and Beale Street Brewing is moving forward with some other things. But yeah, we're excited about it. I don't know how Ball feels about it, but you know, I'm elated. You know, I tell Ball, I appreciate you, bro, so much.
Right.
You know, I agree, man. We came a long way from the concepts from the first time we met and stuff, and you know, now we are in a bunch of Krogers in the city and Trader Joe's and stores and liquor stores all over the city. We have a lot of our brothers and sisters. Now they like it, but here in Memphis, man, we got a lot of every kind of person. You know, I get feedback because we stay in places where people gonna see us. We don't just be hiding, you know. But people tell me, man, you know, how much they love it, and it's just been a blessing, man. You know what I mean? It's been a blessing, man. I like you guys was talking about, man. I really want to see this thing jail. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
you know, everybody, all the black brewers, man, the guys down and just everywhere, man. Need to connect, man. You know, and work together more. You know? That's
Sure.
really the key. Like, man, you know, y'all come here, we go there. Let's do a beer tour. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, man. Introduce the places to, you know, this thing that's going on, man, and get together,
Sure.
man. All black brewers, man, y'all need to make I don't know if it exists or not, man, but it need to be like a some type of black brewing committee or something, man.
Right.
With our position, y'all need to get together.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot of love in the black brewing community for sure. Matter of fact, Clarence and I brewed a beer this past Monday collaboration. So yeah, we're working together. I want to get in with Will and Hip and Hops and Chris. So yeah, man, we want to keep this thing rolling and support each other for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. Y'all see, it's another question up there.
Yeah, Memphis and Atlanta, both hip hop cities, and it seems like you have found ways to bring hip hop into your brews. How did those collabs come about?
Yeah.
So the one with 8 Ball and MJG, Space 8 Sipping, we have a mutual friend, cameraman. He owns a studio here, Young Avenue Sound, and of course he's aware of our project, and he's used to tour with 8 Ball back in the day. Some music he was doing, so he's like, "Yo, man, Ball's a super nice guy, super cool dude. I'm gonna connect you guys." So Ball and I, we connected, had lunch, and been trying to make some magic ever since. So yeah.
Yeah, Cam. I guess that Cameron, we was actually trying to create some type of beer. And we was just asking around, you know, and Cam suggested Kel, and then that's when we hooked up and talked about it, and probably like a year after we met, stuff started coming together or whatever, the artwork brewing, and Kelvin them, man, you know, shout out to them. They did a excellent job on the brew, you know, and the flavor and all of that stuff, man, and just the whole the whole nine, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I say Bird Cap brought it to life with that label design. He knocked it out hard.
That shit killing it.
Slam dunk, home run, whatever you want to call it. He did it, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all of that, man. You know, combination of all of that, man, just brought it together. Yeah.
Sure.
So with my collaboration with Darlon, it was just like once we opened, you know, like a lot of people was just kind of just not really reaching out for us, you know, just congratulating us. And then you know, I see this blue check pop up in our DM. I'm like, well, who the hell? What's this? And then it was Darlon saying, you know, and hey, bro, I want to connect with you on making a beer with Sorrel. And so he just came, sit down and talk, real cool dude. We was real new into it, and we was just trying to really like collaborate with a lot of people, you know, with a lot of people. And that's how our collab came about, man. And it worked out good. Like that's our #1 selling IPA right now. And hopefully we're gonna get that out into distribution once our Stone Mountain location opens, where we can actually produce enough of it, you know, to get it out here in the streets, man.
Oh yeah, top 5 is definitely delicious.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I like that one, man.
Yeah, you got you one.
Yeah, that's one right there.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to collab, especially with any artists, but I definitely have a short list of artists that I would love to work with and collab with. But I think one of the bigger things that's even more important with this is doing collaborations of this allows us to make sure that we are staking our property, if you will, within this industry. I say that because it's a bigger picture than everybody, because I see a lot of times you get in this, some unfortunate situations where you get culture vultures, right? They come in, they know nothing about the culture, and then all of a sudden you got a picture of 8Ball on the can, and it's like, does 8Ball know that his picture is on this can here?
Right.
And then they come along and they just like, oh well, but I'm a fan and everything. It's like, yeah, but did you let that man know? Did you reach out to him? Did you ask if a percentage of that beer can go to his organizations and his charities that he has? You know, like that communication needs to be there. And not saying that people have any malice in their heart doing it, but we just have to kind of be those gatekeepers and be reminders that like we're here for this, because I know y'all would lose y'all damn mind if we took Kiss or Aerosmith or something and put it on a can and start profiting from it, you know. So these collabs are super important because it's bigger than us, and we have to, you know, continue to be those gatekeepers and knowing that hip hop isn't a fad. It's not something that's like a washover thing. Our kids is going to be listening to this music and a part of this culture. So as important as y'all stuff is to y'all, it's important to us too, and needs to be respected as such.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, our whole intent is to collaborate with visual artists on the labels. We call it collaboration on the label artwork, and like say on the design itself of the beer, such as 8Ball. You know, we definitely want to call it collaboration as we celebrate, you know, the city of Memphis or just the beer community, whatever. The artists, we definitely want to make it a collaboration and make them aware of what we're doing. So yeah, for sure.
I wish we could see the people that actually in here.
Yeah, we can't today. Let's see. Is there a method of tasting beer? How can we elevate our game when we sip?
I have an opinion on that. I think one of the things that people kind of forget is beer is technically food, right? I mean, if you look at what it has in it, you know, it has elements of food in it. It's just pretty much bread in a cup, right? And so in tasting it, I always like to, especially people when they come in, they're like, oh, well, I hate beer. You can't give me nothing that's going to change my mind to tell me that I love beer. And then I pair a nice dish with one of our beers and they taste it too. They're like, damn, I didn't realize okay, I eat on this and then I sip on this, I'm tasting a whole different thing, or that's there. And so it's always important. Yes, it's cool to drink it by itself, but then also think of drinking a beer with some food as much as you would pair a nice glass of wine with food. So I think that's a really good method. Always sip, but have maybe a food that can pair with the beer and give you kind of a little bit more of the playfulness, or if you will, textures and notes that come up in the product. And that's definitely how I think you'll be able to elevate your sip game. Just pair a little bit of it with some food.
For sure. I tell people ask me all the time, what beer should I try with this? Drink what you like, most importantly, but don't be afraid to try new beers. And I tell people, of course, you can taste the nose, smell the nose off the bat, and also different temperatures. The beer has different flavors, unlocks different flavors. And like you say, drink it like wine. Let it sit in your mouth for just a second and taste how it feels in your mouth and how it goes down the back of your throat. So yeah, those notes play off the acidity in foods and things of that nature. So yeah, beer is a great pair for foods, as it cleanses the palate a lot more than wine. So really, any beer is great with any food. You got to drink what you like.
They say beer is what, 60% smell, 40% taste. I just drank it just to depend. Shit, I might be eating some fried chicken. It ain't no sipping. It's like I just drink half a beer at one time. Might be a hot day, might be a cold day. So it's just hard for me to really. I personally am not a beer geek. I'm a beer drinker.
Mm-hmm.
And I love craft beer. So I mean, I just drink it. It just depends. Shit, I might be at the brewery and haven't had lunch and just drink a beer, to fill me up,
Mm-hmm.
But that's just kind of how I feel. I just drink and sip beer, depending on what type of situation I'm in,
Yeah, it's definitely a mood beer for sure. The weather plays a factor in the environment for sure. So it all goes back to drink what you like and don't be afraid to try different and new beers and different styles for sure.
Definitely. And it's hot outside. A good beer.
Whew.
Good beer is always nice when it's hot out.
Live.
I agree with him, man. I'm more of a beer drinker, like a ton.
Right.
We all beer drinkers,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to sometimes you have to dial back and do some tasting notes and all that good stuff. But on the 95% of the time you're drinking, you just drinking what you like and crushing some beers with friends. And the best drink is the one with friends or family,
Right.
In good company for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we have another quick question for the next generation looking to get into brewing. What's one of the lesson or piece of advice you would have for them?
I would say, connect with other people that have done it and are willing to educate you on how to do it and feasible ways to do it. I listen to people, not just our people, other people talk about opening breweries and how they starting off. I'm like, and a lot of times that's not with their money. That's investors. One thing I say is that if you can do it by yourself, do it by yourself. If you can't, then okay, bring people in that got the capital. If you got the knowledge, or if you got the capital, they got the knowledge. Generally, is the best way that partnerships work. But I would say reach out to all of us have done it. I'm a plethora of information. As they say, my wife and my brother say that is my weakness. He's like, you talk too much. But I just want to see our people do it, man. It's like, if I know this knowledge, I know how to do it. I've done it and done it successfully. Why wouldn't I want to spread the word to the next man? Why wouldn't I want to spread the word just not just to the new generation or the next generation, to all generations of our people? Because that's just the type of person I am. I want to see all of us do good. I don't look at me and Skinny went and looked at that little black Wall Street project they got going on in Latonia, and the guy was like, "Yeah, man, y'all competitors," and I was just shocked. I'm like, "We competitors? No, we ain't no competitors. We black brewers. That's what we are, you know." And it hurt me more than anything because where we were at, you know. But I think just to spread the knowledge, that's very important to ask questions. And I think if we ask each other questions on how to do it, and especially if you know somebody's doing it, it's going to make your life a lot easier to do it. Again, I'm an open book, man. So anybody ever got questions or anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me personally. Even though I'm the owner, I am very accessible.
For sure. And like when we were brewing, you had a guy come in. He was a home brewer. He brewed his first beer, and the advice I gave him was keep it simple. You know, don't try to all razzle dazzle. Just keep it super simple. Brew good beer. Control your temperatures. Cleanliness is everything. So
you know, the funny thing about that was that when we tasted that beer, and I knew what it was when we tasted. I was like, oh, I know this beer is not going to be. And we tasted it was flat, and it's like you couldn't laugh at the man because we had already been there. We know the problems that he was going through. So it was good to educate that brother on what to do, on how to step his game up, man.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you definitely can't get discouraged in this. You have to be willing to pour some bad beer out, which I've done a lot of. So yeah, as homebrew, you're gonna pour some beer out for sure. You're gonna, but it's all a learning process. So definitely don't get discouraged with anything. Stick with it. Figure out what you do. It's all a learning experience and a process. So yeah, it's definitely it's a learning curve with any thing. So yeah, he was on the right track. Like I told him, keep it up. And
he's gonna be, if he keep going, I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah, as Clarence said, I'm an open book as well. You got any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Some kind of way, social media, email. I'm here to help. That's my whole thing. But I'm definitely here to help anybody trying to get in this industry or already industry. I want to partner, collab, work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Rising tide lifts all boats, all those cliches and things, but I definitely mean it. I'm sure Clarence means it. I know Will means it. So yeah, we're here to help.
Yeah, and definitely, never come into it with the crabs in the barrel mentality, because that's not ever going to get you anywhere. I let it known to people, especially people who don't look like us. I never will speak down on any man, especially a black man in this business. And that's kind of like that may be my pitfall, but that's kind of the hill that I'm gonna die on. Even if I got like issues with the person, I'm never speaking down on anybody in the industry, because we've had too much of that crabs in the barrel to occur. But then on top of that,
just don't say anything.
right?
Everybody stands on that. Just don't say anything. You don't have anything good to say.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say anything. Right. But then I'm never going to not be like, oh man, Bill Street about to yada yada, and you expect me to be like, yeah, man, forget that. I'm like, no, go over to Bill Street, support them, make sure you go. People ask, hey man, man, you try to hip and hops beer yada yada. I have not yet, but go over there, like support that man. Go over there and make sure you buy their beer, you buy their good ass oysters and food. You make sure you support, because I'm not into that whole, like, oh well, it gotta, because it's a lot of times outside entities that don't look like us that are always trying to pit us against each other. And it's like, that's not, we fell for that eons ago. We no more. We're not doing that anymore, and it's such a small community. And then on top of that, it's always good to have a mentor, no matter where you are in the stage. I mean, if you're 10 years in the game, 20 years in the game, it's always good to have a mentor. When I started out, I got a brew kit off of, I think, Groupon or something like that. Took it over to the CEO's house, to Chris's house, and was like, man, like, show me how to use this thing. And he showed me like the elevated version of it. It's like he showed me how, no, this is how you do it. It's like, I felt like, when you get a ramen pack and you take the seasoning, but you add your other seasonings into it. It's like you got to elevate it up. And so did that at his crib. He took me under his wing, talked with him and rapped, and then we ended up getting in a business with each other. I mean, it went from a mentorship to a business partnership. That's the beautiful thing about it, like, is these connections that we have. It's always good to have that mentor, and then always understand and know that a lot of the conversation that's happening about you is not happening in front of you. A lot of times it's happening in these other rooms, right? And you always want to make sure that the person who may be talking or speaking about you has maybe something decent to say about you, even if they don't like you. It's like, hey, I don't like the man, but he makes great beer, whatever it may be, because you'll be surprised how many a lot of people think they have enemies and haters and stuff like that, but you got a lot of cheerleaders as well. A lot of people in your corner that will, speak up for you and speak in defense of you in your absence too.
And you don't even know it. And like you said, that alligator po' boy at Hip and Hops is definitely delicious. So yeah, I'm a huge cheerleader at everybody trying to be in this industry for sure. I can say something positive about everybody. So yeah, we lead with positive for sure.
Right.
In two black cities, here's another question. In two black cities, Memphis and Atlanta, there should be more black brewers. What can we do as beer lovers to help the movement? Support, buy our beer.
Right. Hell, I can't even find a brewer. You know what I mean? Shit, we need more people in the culture, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's. I guess I don't know if people not really. I don't know.
But well, Clarence, to your point though, people are not going to know what they don't know either. Because think about it, how many industries out there exist that we don't know about? Like everybody assume like, oh, you either got to be athlete, you got to be doctor, lawyer. Not saying there's nothing wrong with those professions, but if at one point in time that's all we know, but there's this whole bunch of other industry that we have no idea about that we can get into and make financial, like a living and generational wealth in, then you're not going to know what you don't know until you're exposed to it, right?
Right. That's $1 million question right there.
Because guess what, man? Budweiser had to start somewhere. You hear me?
Right.
That part.
And hopefully we'll be looking back, years from now, looking at somebody in our peers, the moved up to that level, man. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like you said, you got to find new ways, new avenues to introduce it to different people. Like you say, it's a totally different culture in marketing beer drinkers. So we have to introduce it to new people, a new demographic, and also, brew good beer. As long as Project Pat said the dope sell itself. So
I know that's right. You're right about that.
As long as we're brewing good beer, hopefully, fingers crossed that's what we're doing. People seem to like it. So yeah, keep sharing the message.
With all of this, man, you got somebody looking at you saying, man, I want to do that too, man. You know what I mean? No matter how big or small it is, man, you got somebody looking saying, man, I wonder how I could do that, so that's how it's gonna spread for sure.
Definitely.
And collaboration and partnerships, however you want to call it, working together is the best way. Another cliche I say, rising tide lifts all boats. So yeah, for sure. Like I said, thanks, gentlemen, for jumping on. We appreciate it. A-Ball, thank you for all that you do and pushing the culture forward.
Really?
Okay. Last question. What do each of you have coming up? Any new beers coming, and where can we find you online and in stores? You too, 8-Ball. What are you coming? What you got coming up?
I want to hear this one too, Ball.
Yeah, we're gonna start with you, Ball. Ball, what you got coming up, Ball? Did we
I
lose
think
him?
he may be frozen. Yeah.
Well, Clarence and I, we have a collab coming up.
I'm excited about that beer, man. That's gonna be a good one, bro. That's gonna be a good one. If he got my homie like to make the lemonade, so you know we collab with him just to keep the beer all black. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So you know it's a shandy. What you say? What kind? We peppermint lemonade.
Peppermint lemonade shandy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, mosaic
Just
hops, citra hops,
just a
magnum hops.
Scotia peppermint, you know, but we leave with that lemonade. Squeezy.
Squeeze it.
So yeah, we're working on porters, getting into some dark beers, brown ales, sours. We're gonna mix it up. But yeah, we're also working on a pop-up beer garden and a physical location. We're working on a tap room as well, so getting our own brew facility. So yeah, we got a lot in the pipeline, a lot in the works. So fingers crossed, everybody. Prayers up, whatever you want to say. We all of that, you know. Send good vibes our way for sure.
Was that the name of the beer? Squeezy.
Squeeze it.
All those good vibes our way, you know.
Squeeze.
I don't know. We hadn't nailed it down yet, but it's a lemonade mint shandy. Super summertime beer. It's kind of fun.
The ladies gonna love it. People gonna love it. It's gonna be a great beer.
Yeah, it's a golf course beer.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
I'm about to crack this ATL open, this ATL sour.
Go on, crack that open, baby. That's passion fruit, baby. That good old passion fruit.
Big homie, you back?
Yeah, I think it's getting ready to storm out here where I'm at, man. Everything went off. Lights and everything.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, it's been a lot of scattered showers here lately.
Yeah, then it just popped back on. So, you know, I'm out here. I'm not in the country, but I'm very close to it. So I have those problems sometimes, you know.
Oh, you know, somebody from down up north. Yeah, we all in the country.
Right.
Down south, we super country. So, Bob, what you got going on? They were asking what you had coming up.
Right now, man, for the next till December, we're gonna be in a city near you. Check out our Facebook with the info, you know, and we got new album coming. Me and them JG, we got an album called They Don't Love You. It'll be coming soon. Huh?
I said we do love you.
Oh no, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I already know it.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. They don't love you. I know y'all love me, but they don't love me. You know. But you know, just man, just on the road, new music, man. Out here trying to live, man. Hopefully, man, you know, we can keep cranking out this brew, man, and come with a part 2, something nice to follow it up with. I'm gonna be in Atlanta Tuesday, man. I need to taste what you got over there, bro.
Come on and see us, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna come see you, man.
East Atlanta, go check them out.
East Atlanta, look, we have some horses for you too.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna come check you out for sure, man. Yeah, but yeah, other than that, man.
Tuesdays, but if you definitely coming, man, I would make sure you get in there and try all the beers and feed you and make sure you're happy, man. We love to have you there.
No, I'm gonna be there, man.
The music, bro. Like I'm just when I opened the camera, I seen Ball. I was like, damn, this shit is real.
Oh yeah,
this shit is real, bro. So I'm real happy to be in this room with you, my brother. Will, you know, Kevin, all y'all, man. It's like, man,
it's
we're moving forward with this business, man. And I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Definitely, man. It's mutual, man. Straight up, man. I'm in good company, man. I like to be in good company, man. brothers with some money on their mind, and you know, and then something good too, man. Because the beer, man, like we talk about the whole thing, man. Like this is
It's a community connector, bro.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely, man, definitely, man. I met some cats, man, before the beer came out. I think they tag is like Beer Brothers, man. I can't remember dude I met, man.
Oh yeah.
At Hop Dotty, man, and I was telling him about the beer, and he might have been like one of the first people to
Oh yeah,
post
Anthony.
it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, when it came out, man. And I just, I'm like I said, I had to before I get off, man. Anybody who listening, man, like the fans, like the people that just bought the beer, just because, and then ended up liking it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Shout out to
Damn
Big
good
Rose
beer.
901.
Yeah, shout out, man. Straight up, man.
Y'all went hard on that one, man. No bullshit. That's a great beer.
Yeah, straight up, man.
Thank
But
you,
yeah,
thank you.
I will be in Atlanta. Hey, Monday night, bro. That's when I'm gonna come, man.
Monday night, I'm gonna be in Dallas, but y'all reach out to me. I'll make sure y'all get in there. I'll make sure y'all get in there and try all the beer. Definitely.
Already, man. What about Tuesday, bro? You still gonna
Tuesday?
be
I'll be back Tuesday early, like 9 o'clock in the morning. So definitely Tuesday. Actually,
okay.
I'm pretty sure we'll be brewing Tuesday too. So definitely come by.
So I might try to do a lunch thing Tuesday then.
Hey, that sounds good to me, bro. For real.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want you to be there, man.
I definitely want to be there too, dog.
Already, man. Already, man.
We got another nice spot around the corner, Cigar Village. My friend, brother Yaki got a nice cigar lounge over there in East Atlanta as well.
Yeah, black on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's the village, man. They kicked us out for us to move back in.
Village, you know.
They tried to
you in Atlanta, where you gonna be Tuesday? Pull up, Will. Where you gonna be Tuesday?
I was gonna ask, man. Can I pull up too? I ain't trying to just hop in, but dang,
man, pull up, man, straight up, man. Pull up. Yeah, pull up, man.
I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, then, please, man.
And then we, like I mentioned earlier, the only thing we got going, same as you, Kel, brick and mortar coming soon. We're gonna get that going. Getting some collaborations, and like I mentioned on the top of the very beginning, we're gonna be in Tennessee and in North Carolina real soon as well. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. So we're located at Target, Total Wine, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. We all over Georgia right now and about to be in a couple other states. So, so yeah, definitely for those out there, check us out at Down Home Brewing. And we would love for y'all to hit us up. And like everybody else has said on here, available, accessible. Hit us up if you have questions, you want to know anything, and, we're available. And man, I gotta say, this was a pleasure speaking with y'all brothers, man. I love black men just getting in this scene and this positive energy, man. This warms my soul, honestly. This warms my soul, man.
Right. I'm motivated right now for sure. Hell yeah. So yeah, let's keep this movement going, gentlemen, for sure.
Well, cool, man. Well, I guess I'm gonna hop off, man. One love, appreciate being here with y'all, man, for this time that we're together, man. Bar, I see you Tuesday. Will, see you Tuesday. When I'm gonna see you, man?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You got the soon.
All right. That beer tastes really good too.
We gotta come down and dial in that lemonade and mint. So let me know. Oh yeah.
Bet. Shout out to the sisters that drink brew too, man. There's a good amount of sisters that that are about this beer life, man, and know more than I do, man. So shout out to the women, man, that's in this beer game as well, man.
Oh yeah. Thank you everybody for the love. Follow us on social media. I'm not TikToking yet. We're not TikToking yet, but Will might be. But yeah, BillStreetBrewing.com, all that good stuff. Catch up with us. I know Will's a super animator. He might be TikToking and making videos.
That's my side gig. That's my side hustle.
Oh, yeah.
That's my side.
Ball, look, Ball, Ball, I can't thank you enough. I tell you every time.
Oh, hey, man. Thank you, man. Straight up, man. It's mutual, brother. It's definitely mutual, man. Straight up.
For sure. So, yeah, we're going to keep this thing going and making it work. growing this sector for sure, with collaborations and partnerships, all that good stuff. I'm here to help. And thank everybody out there for watching and buying the VIP ticket. Hope you enjoy the beers. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. We're in the right direction. Yay, nay. But yeah, we look forward to sharing more of what we love with you all on this liquid art that we call what we're doing, craft beer.
Right,
cheers.
right.
Cheers.
That's what it is.
Already.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Hold on, wait.